How's it going, everyone? This is Rozalin. Tonight I'm going to be doing the new 12 weapons trial. This is actually the last one, I believe. And yeah, it's not too difficult. A couple things threw me off guard, but I was able to clear it. As you can see, this is the party I used to clear it with. I've only made one change since then, and that was with my Bosch here. I gave him the Judge Master Man. This is simply because one of the abilities used towards the end of the fight is a single target ability that basically one-shot my Bosch here. So it's pretty devastating, but this is kind of how I have him set up. He is set up to have a lot of resistances, but also to have just high stats overall. This boss does a combination of both physical and magic attacks, predominantly physical in the first phase, magic in the second phase. So Bosch works really well for this. Then I have CG Lid, just the usual. She's going to be here for debuffing, and that's basically it. Nickel, same thing, he's buffing, just the usual role that I always have him in. I am going to be using him to buff my character's elemental resistances in the second phase, but that's about it. It's not necessary, but it helps. Santa Rosalia. Yep, she pairs well with Nickel. She's basically my main healer. Then I have Transtina. Transtina here is basically only here just for the mission. I have her equipped with Ramu. She's going to be used to summon Ramu, and she's also going to be the one who deals dark damage twice for me. And my main damage dealer is going to be Mediana. She's also going to be who's in charge of dealing ice damage and wind damage. And then finally I have Eiko. She's for emergency heals if I need it, and also to help with increasing the Esper gauge. And also how I'm going to be dealing earth damage is with Bosch. I'll have him just randomly one time use a magic spell from Titan, and then whenever you summon Titan as the other mission, that gets that done. Let's go ahead and do this. Whatever, 6, doesn't matter. Let's hope this doesn't throw me off guard. So this has basically 3 phases. 100% to 50%, and then 50 to 30%, and then 29 to 0%. This first phase, the large majority of the damage that you need to worry about is physical, so we're going to be using physical cover throughout this first phase here. And I'm going to go ahead and get up some regen. And for debuffs, the boss can only be debuffed with attack and magic. Defensive debuffs do not work on this boss, unfortunately. Heat buffs up here. Now the main sort of gimmick to this fight is, I'm not sure if it's on a timer, if it's random, but randomly throughout the fight, the boss is going to buff himself with, or buff itself with elemental buffs, increasing its elemental resistances to a number of elements. As you can see here, fire, lightning, and light are what it's buffed itself against, and then also it has 2 damage shields for both physical and magic. Those will wear off on their own, but they cannot be dispelled. So do keep that in mind, that those can't be dispelled, and even though it has a buff up right now against lightning, I'm going to go ahead and use this and get the summon out the way for Ramu. Then Bosch, I'm going to go ahead and get the damage, one of the damages out the way. There. And from here, just do these for now. And then Rosalia, what are you gonna do? I wanted to use stop protection here, but I don't really need it, so for now, I'll just go ahead and put re-raise up on a couple characters. The next time I redo my 3-turn buffs, I'll get stop in there. You don't need stop until much later in the fight, but I just want to get it in there and work it into the rotation so I don't forget about it. The thing that really caught me off guard is actually the 29% threshold. The boss does AoE stop. I actually survived it somehow, but it does use AoE stop. It's kind of threw me off. Almost quit, but I stayed with it. Okay, let's do that. And then Eiko is going to, so we're gonna do this because this increases the Esper gauge the most, but we'll have her do that after everyone's attacked. Okay, so he still has that up. Bosch, you just defend. Go ahead and use that. And do this. Now let's start working on Mediana here. So you don't have wind. Okay, let's go ahead and get wind out the way then. I'm gonna do lower wind resistance once. We'll do that. I'll get wind damage out the way, so that's gonna be wind and dark is done. I'll get ice, because that's gonna be my main damage dealer. And again, once I summon Titan, that'll finish off all the damage I need to deal, as well as the summons. And then it'll just be finishing the fight in under 30 turns. Which, assuming I don't make too many mistakes, is gonna be easy. I think I finished in about 16 turns last time. It's not really a big deal. Okay, well, for now, the gauge isn't filled all the way, but I need to get brakes up. Do that. Let's go ahead and renew here. Do that. Unfortunately, I can't use these because I just brought... I can't use his big buffs and also place a debuff. Even though I used Santa Rosalia's limit break, I just brought in CG lid, so that's not going to be a good idea. Now let's go ahead and start working stop rotation into this, so I don't get caught off guard by that at all. And now let's just start piling on the blizzards, but let's do that with freeze first. There we go. Make sure. Okay, you don't have any debuffs on you. Just a magic attack. Okay. So now I've done that, let's go ahead and bring Eiko back in one last time. Make sure, okay, so you have the damage debuff, that's fine. I'm still gonna use Mediana's magic just to build up the gauge. With Bosch, let's actually go ahead and do that. I'm gonna save Santa Rosalia's limit break this time. And instead, I'm actually going to do re-raise on herself, cure the party, and then here, don't really need any MP. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Okay, let's just do this. Mediana. Okay, so her cooldown ability has 2 more turns on it. That'll be used to lower ice resistance for 3 turns when I get a chance. And which one to use? So LB gauge up. It's not really going to do much, so I'm not doing a whole lot of multi-hit abilities, but may as well use it. As you can see, those damage shields that the boss puts on him, I think they're like 99%. I'm not sure. There might be some gimmick way, like if you hit it with a certain ability, or like certain element or something like that, that you get rid of them. I don't really know. It's not that big of a deal. It falls off, so I just leave it there. Okay. So you back in. Let's heal there. Oh wait, one more turn to buff those, because I do want to put another shield back up. Make sure I have that. We'll go ahead and use Titan here. Renew debuffs. And we'll continue attacking. And I do believe the debuffs should fall off next turn. Or not the debuffs, the buffs that the boss puts on them, the damage shield and whatnot. And I do want to hold CG lids limit break, and once Nickel's major buffs come up, these two, I want to hold those until the transition. Let's do this. Bosch renew. We'll renew stop protection. And let's go ahead and throw this up, right? Yeah. It's going to lower its ice resistance for 3 turns, and it's also going to make my next Zobrizak hit for a lot. Now from here on out, I want to be careful. I want to make sure that I am always attacking with Mediana first, just in case I accidentally push the boss. That way I can prepare for the push if I get too close. Okay, so I have one more turn before it goes. It's good to know. But one more turn assuming that it doesn't put up a shield on itself next turn. As you can see, the boss lowers my party's water resistance, also places a lot of other debuffs in the stat debuffs in the party and whatnot. I largely am ignoring all of that. Okay, and the boss put up the buffs on itself. So what I'm going to do here is just use one of these each turn to keep it going, and just wait. Really. Not much else to do besides wait. Yeah, I kind of want to put up AoE re-raise, but I think I'm going to hold off. I'll just do single re-raise. It's all stuff I want to do for the threshold. Let's go ahead and use his limit break. I'm sure I still have cover up, don't I? Yeah, okay. Are you gonna stop attacking anytime soon? Jeez. Okay, so this is a turn to reset everything, which sucks because it's also the turn that I want to... Actually, it's not bad at all. I want to put up AoE re-raise, and I'm not going to be able to do that, so that's not going to be good. But I'm going to go ahead and use magic cover here. I'm also going to break the boss with her limit break. Keep up a damage shields. Actually, is the boss still has ice down? That's good. Now the reason, let me just double check. Immune to stop by any chance? No, okay. I think I can get away with it. I'm gonna risk it. I really want to keep up Holy Revive going into this transition. I'm just going to assume that the stop actually does only come at 30%. So just like in the first phase, the boss does both magic and physical, but the more dangerous in this phase is obviously the magic attacks, which is why I switched to a magic cover. I also think it has a... I want to be careful here, because I think at some point it's going to use a Dispel, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that, so don't hold me to that, but I think it does do that. I'm going to go ahead and use Stop now. Gotta remember the Stop is on the turn after I reset everything. Did you put up anything else? No, but I do need to put up ice again. Okay, good. The big ice cooldown's coming up next turn. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then here, we'll put the really big buffs up. No, and look, my graphics went away. I'm not redoing this for those. This seems to only happen on 12 weapons trials. I don't know why. I don't really care anymore. I apologize, this happened on the last 12 weapons trial, and it's happening here again. Okay. This is turn 12. What do we have here? You still have cover up. You will have stop up. Everything's good. Let's go ahead and use... Actually, let's do it this way. This is going to push the boss to 29% relatively easily. Oh yeah, one attack. Total waste of MP there. Not that that really matters at this point. I have no MP issues, but kind of a waste. Oh well. Let's do that. Just keep up the motions, make sure nothing falls off. What to do with you, Bosch? Do you have re-raise on you? I don't think it's fallen off. No, it hasn't. You go ahead and guard then. I'd love to tell you everything that happened there besides the flood and whatnot, but can't see, so can't tell you. Okay, buffs, debuffs still look the same. Wait. Okay, still has the ice down debuff. Go ahead and renew magic cover. I'm actually gonna renew that while I can, and just get this back on target. Let's go ahead and use stop. It was at this point last time when I first did this clear that my whole party got stopped. I basically had to bring in Ago to help out a little bit. I'm not even gonna... Well... Yeah, let's go ahead and use it. And then next turn, assuming the boss doesn't put up a damage shield, I don't think it does below 50%, but assuming it doesn't put it up, this should be over. Okay, and we should have stat debuff protection. We do not. That fell off. Oh, no, because I never put it back up. Duh. I'm dumb. Okay, let's do that then. 14. Okay. Sorry, I'm forgetting what I've been doing, so let's do that. We'll put up these big buffs just in case, for whatever reason, this doesn't finish the boss off. It didn't. 20%. I didn't realize there was another threshold there. I must have accidentally got to 20% last time and not realized it. My bad. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I put up buffs and everything and prepared. Actually, I wonder what this threshold entails. I don't remember it. Last time Midian I got stopped, and while I was trying to get her back up, oh, it's this big, huge AoE magic. Like I was saying, while Mediana was stopped, I was using Transtina as my main damage dealer until I was able to recover everything, and I did some damage with her, so I must have done enough damage at that point to bring the boss down to 20% like this. Now it's over. Okay, and that's the fight. If you want a little bit more concrete information on the fight, check Reddit in the next week or so, whenever either myself or Nasta or somebody else on the Reddit community gets up a post, I'll see you then.